Hey everyone, this is SirAnanba, and today I'm doing a performance review on the Nike Alphadunk. This is a new iteration for the Nike basketball series that's taken over for the Nike Hyperdunk, which had a 10-year run. So these came out last month. I was really excited to go ahead and test these out and see how they perform. So I just wanted to share my thoughts with you. So let's go ahead and discuss it. So starting off with is the traction. The traction is a translucent outsole that has like these grooves, these deep groove patterns that start at the back of the shoe and goes all the way up to the forefoot of the shoe. When you get to the forefoot portion of the shoe, it has like these circular patterns, which has like a pivot point in the middle of the forefoot of the shoe, which is a little bit different because normally I've seen majority of Nike basketball shoes have a pivot point at the ball of your feet, mainly at the big portion of your feet. So that was a little bit different. It worked really well when I was playing on the court. My court wasn't too dusty, so I was able to stop on a dime. I was able to backpedal easily, move side to side. Not at one point did the traction bother me when I was playing. So overall, the traction was really good. I highly recommend the traction for this portion of the shoe. It was excellent. So in terms of the cushioning is a 14 millimeter zoom bag that encompasses a majority, like pretty much all the portion of the forefoot of the shoe, even part of the midsole slightly. This is the largest zoom air Nike has ever put in the forefoot of a shoe, and you can also see that there's a little this portion right here is like a plastic moderator plate which helps with stability. When I first tried it on, I noticed that it wasn't too bouncy, which I like. It kind of reminded me of the Hyperdunk 2016s. Those weren't too bouncy, but you can also definitely feel the zoom air right underneath your foot. The website FastPassCN, they did a deconstruction of the shoe, and so essentially you have your midsole, which is made of Phylon, but the Phylon has a little cutout section in there, so the zoom air is exposed, kind of like what you see in the Jordan series from, I believe, from 30 to like 34 so far. So I was able to really feel the zoom air, but it wasn't this too bouncy, which I really prefer. In my previous unboxing video for this shoe, I did say that there is 2 zoom air units. I got that from the press release that they came out with. But from FastPassCN, when they deconstruct this shoe, there's no zoom air in the back of the shoe. It's just this Phylon. The Phylon worked really well. I didn't have any issues. The compression was really nice. So overall, the cushioning of the shoe was excellent. I highly recommend that portion of the shoe. So in terms of the upper is a new iteration of Flyknit. They're saying that it's a bit lighter, but also a bit more stronger than the previous Flyknit. But you have these race textures. It is really thin. When I did try it on, there's a little bit of nylon that's backing. It has a backing on the inside of the shoe. You do have these fly wire cables, which also add support. Now, in terms of the back of the shoe, which is like a synthetic type of suede, it did feel a little bit heavier compared to the forefoot of the shoe. So it did feel kind of weird when I was playing with it. I did kind of feel it when I was moving side to side. I was like, man, this portion feels really light, but then the back portion feels a little bit heavy. So it was really felt kind of weird. In terms of like plushness, like the inside feels really comfortable, and on top of that, the tongue was really comfortable. So in terms of the heel to toe transition, this is where I had a problem with it. The way way I like to play, I'm more of a power forward type of player. I do like to back down, but I can still shoot an outside jump shot. So I do like to pivot a lot. So I did feel that this shoe was slightly clunky when it came to my heel to toe transition, mainly because of the lightweight portion of the forefoot of the shoe, but then it was slightly heavy on the back of the shoe. So it did feel a bit clunky. And on top of that, the way the midsole was designed, as you can kind of see, is this kind of like a circular type of pattern, and it is kind of flat. So when I was playing, I was able to plant easily right here, but when I was trying to lift up, you kind of feel like the shoe kind of lift up with you. It should have been a bit more of a smoother transition, kind of like if you ever played in the Kyries, you see how it's kind of, the Kyries is a bit more curved, so you can just kind of plant and keep on going. It felt like the shoe wasn't all the way together. So that's what I did have an issue with overall with the shoe. So in closing, the Nike Alphadunk came out last month. It retails for $180. The traction was good. The cushioning, which has a Zoom Air and the Phylon midsole, was excellent. The uppers are really nice. The heel to toe transition was really clunky. I really have an issue with that. If you are a guard, or even like a small forward, these may not be the shoes for you. But if you're like a big man, or you're like a high flyer, like somebody who's like Aaron Gordon or Blake Griffin, those type of dunkers, which Nike said that this is really designed for, then you would definitely like the shoe. But for $180, in my opinion, there's different other shoes out there that gets the job done for less. So I'll let you make that decision if you feel like purchasing it for $180. But just keep in mind, there are other lower priced shoes out there that does just as great of a job as compared to these. So anyways, thank you for your time. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you. You have a blessed day.